Hi, Weather Joey there here with your bottom of the South Island weather recap and weather forecast for Thursday, November 17th, 2022. It's been, 12 days since our last forecast on November 5th, which was a Monday, and we've got a lot to go over. I've got it all up here. I'm going to try to go through it all without even looking at my notes, but I may get off missed by a day or two here and there. Anyway, let's give it a go. Before we get started, though, as always, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank and acknowledge the First Peoples of this land, the First Nations, from North Saanich out to Sooke and beyond, for allowing us to live, work, and play on their beautiful traditional territory as we enter and move from fall towards winter, although the seasons are a little bit mixed up these days, but we thank you very much. And to the people of the future, we honor you with our thoughts now and wish the best for you. So, last forecast was that was Monday? No, Saturday the 5th. Yes. And yes, interesting, because we had talked about this low coming down the coast, circling around and bringing in some cold air. This was cold air sitting up here, coming across the coast, mixing up with a chance of the first snow of the year. And yes, indeed, a little bit later than we thought it would. But yes, the south coast got a dusting of snow on November 7th. Most of it came through the day on November 7th and into the 9th. We woke up. What was interesting about this is that the earth had heated up so much through October and stayed so warm that normally when snow falls in this time of year and later on into the winter, it would still be on the roads. But the earth had heated up, those hard surfaces had heated up, so that I woke up in the morning completely bone dry on the roads. All the snow had gone. There's still snow on the surfaces, like the bushes and the grass and things like that. But interesting observation there. Didn't expect that and didn't expect the snow. So that was into Monday the 7th. As we got into Tuesday, as we talked about, the 8th, that low moved on and that air came flooding in for our first little chill of winter Arctic air of the season for, let's see, the 8th, Tuesday the 8th, and into the 9th. Now, this high pressure built in, nice dry air, crisp and cool, that sort of moved on, and by the Thursday, the 8th, 9th, Thursday the 10th, I believe, yes. We start to see low pressure up here bring a front, slow moving front in from the west. Now, this was a trough, sort of a front like this, slow moving, a little bit of cloud coming in. I think it was the Thursday and into Friday, but by the Friday, as we had talked about, the bottom of this trough had cut off to a little low, and that crossed below us in over Washington and Oregon. And we did see, I think some places saw just a little shower here and there, but no precipitation really to speak of. So still dry. And dry continues. As we talked about, we were kind of unclear about what would happen after that, so let's not really recap so much on that. Let's look to what did actually happen after that. So after that low push through, we saw surface high pressure move in from the west, and that was for the Saturday. Let's see, the Saturday we're into the 12th and into the 13th, and that sort of cleared things out. Low cloud, there's still some moisture in that air, so there's some low cloud hanging around for, let's see, Saturday the 12th and 13th as this crossed over. But a lot of places saw some nice sun and still quite dry. So after that rainfall of late October, early November, we're back into a dry spell now. And that continued into Monday the 14th, 15th, and 16th, because this surface high pressure started to get some support from the southwest and really spreading up over much of the southern BC, south coast particularly. And with this type of system, we almost started to get into a temperature inversion sort of fog event. So while we did see a fair amount of sun around the south coast for the 14th, 15th, and 16th, today's the 17th, temperatures in the Alpine heated up a little bit, and there was some fog around the coast here. It wasn't a full-blown temperature inversion fog event, which will happen someday soon. We'll talk about that if I haven't already. But that was sort of had the makings for it. In places it was quite foggy. Now, something really interesting happened last night, which I wasn't looking for, but it's happened before, and I've often thought, why don't I get those right? Nobody really forecast it. Anyway, what we had was we had also cool air up here, and this started to push down the coast and push all of this out, and this air still has some moisture in it, and that's where you see the fog and things like that. But when you get this cool air pushing in, it comes down this high pressure, pushes everything down towards the surface, and everything started to dry out really overnight. Look at Abbotsford records if you can, and you see the temperature. Well, first of all, you see the humidity go way down because this is cold, dry air. But you also see as it's getting pushed down, it heats up because it has nowhere to go, and it heats up, and you see temperatures last night in Abbotsford rose from 3 degrees at I think 9 o'clock, and by 10 o'clock it was 11 degrees. 8 degrees, that's our own version of a Chinook and what they get east of the Rockies. A similar kind of effect here. So relatively mild, but really dry air, clearing any low cloud out, and that's with us right now. So interesting, strong northeast winds pushing that down too. So that's with us today. Now this high pressure looks like over the next couple of days, it's going to keep us quite cool. Let's see, today's Thursday, we're getting into Friday, Saturday. Let me just double check. I said I wouldn't see my notes. Let's see. Thursday, so this new ridge is going to hold nice and dry with mainly sunny skies right through Thursday, Friday, then Saturday, and then it starts to break down, and we start to see a change in the pattern where the first in a number of systems will start moving in from the southwest. Now, high pressure breaking down, low pressure moving up into the Gulf of Alaska, frontal systems coming in. This first one looks like it's going to bring increasing cloud on Sunday. And this is for you guys out there. So there's hope for rain. It's been dry, really dry. This has some hope to end the dry spell. So the first system, not so much. We're expecting possible showers overnight and into Monday the 21st. However, the models are kind of showing as it butts up against this high pressure that was left over from the weekend, it's drying it out quickly. So I wouldn't be surprised if we go showerless for Sunday night into Monday. However, the next strong system's coming up here, and it looks like this one's going to move in for, just give me a second because this gets complicated. The next system arrives, however, stronger and wetter as it arrives overnight. Monday into Tuesday, there'll be some winds with that. Passing quickly through. So it's a frontal line. That's not the right way to do it. It's a frontal line. This is where we got to get into the river of rain here. So it's a frontal line, but it's directed here, the flow, and it's going to be slowly moving down the coast for Monday night into Tuesday. It looks like quite a bit of rain potential as it crosses through, and in behind Tuesday evening, we'll see some clearing from the west in behind with a surface high pressure. Now this will be probably kind of breezy and cool, mix of sun and cloud. That should carry into Wednesday, and what we're watching from there is another strong low pressure moving up into the Gulf of Alaska, and in behind it we've got roots. Yeah, this is what's interesting. We've got roots that are fairly deep into the subtropics with some warm air that's carrying lots of moisture. Right now it looks like as we get into Wednesday, Wednesday night, this should be cloudy, making its way down the coast Wednesday. Yes, for Thursday, Thanksgiving, U.S. Thanksgiving, yeah. So it looks like Wednesday, this is really going to be flowing around and sucking this across the coast. Lots of rain up here. And as it does, will it come down here? Now the latest models, there's a potential actually for a lot of rain on Wednesday or Thursday and again into Friday as this sort of shifts down and just focuses right here. All that energy, that river of rain we've been talking about lately. However, latest models are showing that this high pressure down here may revisit and force this hose more towards the central coast, and maybe not even, maybe, who knows. Anyway, that's something to think about. There may be lots of rain. That would be good news. Bad news for the hills and the our visitors from the south coming to ski, because temperatures will warm up with that. Snow in the high alpine, but it may turn to rain. Who knows? Anyway, that's a lot. Hope that helps you out. Looking forward to some rain coming. We need it. Enjoy the sunshine this weekend. And as always, may the forecast be with you.